Welcome to Nightlife 24/7.
Are you ready to talk about sex?
No, let's talk about relationships.
Or is it time to talk about dating taboos?
It's on your mind.
So let's talk about it
On Nightlife 24/7.
Well, welcome back, everybody. This is Mac, your boy, and my baby, my Goomba, my sweetheart, my little sister, Sweets.
Jonesing.
Well, check this out, everybody. This is Nightlife 24/7, and we are in the relationship month, February. So, all this month, we're going to be talking about relationship topics, okay? And we got a surprise for you. On Friday, we will be going live to deal with your comments and responses about that topic for the week. So, I know some of you don't realize it, but this is my birthday month. I've gotten a little older, a little wiser, and damn, I can
This
still
is
put it down.
our birthday month.
Okay, I apologize. This is our birthday month. But I'm just going to say, we've gotten a little wiser, a little older, but we still put it down like a damn teenager. So y'all need to know when you come at us, you better come correct. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And the first relationship topic we're going to talk about, Sweets has been dying for this topic to come up. Red flags before and in your relationship. Now, please understand, people, not every red flag, is seen immediately. Some are seen later on in the relationship within the first 6 months. Not all red flags are visible, such as verbal abuse and physical abuse. So what we're going to do today is hit on some of those red flags for you. And I hope that in doing so in this relationship month, you take stock of who you are, the relationship you in, and how you want it to be. All right? That's all we're saying. That's all we're saying is a black man and a black woman giving our opinion on different subjects in this world. You can do what you want to do. We just trying to help you along so you can be happy. Am I right there, Sweets?
Absolutely, but I do have one correction. This is opinions from one black man and one extra super black woman. I'm extra black this month.
Okay. She's extra. Okay, I can go with that. It's her birthday month. Damn it, do you. Do you, girl. Now, starting off, I'm going to give you some of the most simplest red flags to watch out for. Right off the bat, they never apologize for their behavior.
I agree.
If they do something wrong or something to hurt you, but never accept responsibility for the issue and rather just throw up excuses to why that behavior is okay or how it's different in this case, that's a major red flag. When's the last time they apologize for their behavior? I'm sorry, people. Nobody can be right all the time. And if you with someone who thinks they're right all the time, then you might want to let go.
Well, I think that when it comes to apologizing, it's not just acknowledging that you're wrong. It's acknowledging that your partner isn't isn't average. It's acknowledging that your partner is on top of their game. So I don't think that normal people, when it's not red flags, sometimes if you don't apologize, it's an ego thing. I just don't want you to be right. But we both Are we wrong? I'm wrong. So what's understood doesn't need to be said. But then you do have those extreme circumstances where individuals feel like they are not going to devalue themselves by apologizing. Withholding an apology gives them power. Then you have a problem.
I can agree with that. I can truly, truly agree with that. I think that if you're always apologizing for them to just end the argument, there's a problem.
Agreed.
There's a problem. But that's just me. I'm just saying it. Well, you know what? We're going to move on to the next one. I like this one. They think all their exes are crazy and don't see the common denominator. So let me put it out to you like this. If your partner thinks all their exes are psycho and need a therapist, they probably don't see the common denominator is them. And don't get me wrong, I have dated some women who have made that very clear. There's nothing wrong with me. All of them had an issue.
Red
They
flag.
got problems.
Now, we all have had relationships that don't work out. Um, and you don't put them down and say, "Oh, well, he was crazy. Oh, well, he was abusive. He was verbally abusive." Those things are issues. Those things are problematic situations in a relationship. But when you have the individuals like you stated, "Oh no, I'm perfect Patty," and they were all wrong. They were all crazy. That none of them were smart enough. None of them were intelligent enough. None of them worked hard enough. Then you kind of try to figure out, is this individual narcissistic or are they just selfish?
Yeah, you're right. But don't worry, people. Sweets has brought up another topic that we're going to talk about. I think that topic is next week or the week after, and that's dating a narcissist or a complainer. Oh, that topic is coming up. You can bet
Oh
your
boy.
ass. That topic is definitely in the relationship month list. All right, so check this one out. And I've seen this one used a lot of times. They use ultimatums to get what they want. You know,
Uh-huh.
if they are stubborn and threaten to end your relationship instead of coming to a compromise, it will get tiring. The same old maybe. I will find someone who will do that instead, or I will find someone better. Story puts nothing but stress on your relationship to the point where you are really unsure of the health or condition of your relationship. I'm going to tell you what the health and the strength of your relationship is. It's fucked up. That's what it is. I'm just putting it out there. It's fucked up because if I decide I don't want to do something that doesn't suit me and you tell me right off the bat, well, fuck it, I'll find somebody else who will. Or I'll find someone that's going to do what I want them to do. Well, then take your ass on. I ain't got no problem
Well,
with you
see,
leaving.
well, see, that's one form of it, and then the other ultimatums are, so we done yet? So what does that mean for us? So where we at now? Like, wait a minute, how we get to the end of the relationship by having a disagreement? And I do believe that people do need to stand firm. I stand firm. Do not give me an ultimatum
Oh, hell no. Don't give me an ultimatum.
because there's a 50% chance you're going to get a result that you wasn't ready for.
Oh, see, you said
Now,
50% chance.
yeah. Well, no, I'm
No,
just
no,
saying,
there's
you
a
got to think.
100% chance you're going to get a
If,
result you don't want.
well, no, hear me out. Because if I give you an ultimatum, that means that I already know what I want.
Okay.
You see what I mean?
I get
If
you.
I tell you we're in a relationship, you know what, Matt? This either it's this or it's nothing. What it's going to be. That means that I was already content with having nothing. Just in case you just jump the bandwagon and say, "Oh well, fuck it, I'm out." You know what I mean? So you got that 50% chance. But then you have those individuals that do say, "You know what? Maybe I needed this eye awakening moment because I can lose her." All right, where do we come to our common ground? So it is 50%. But me, because of who I am, you give me an ultimatum and it's a wrap. I have to try hard to compose myself in those type of situations because you have to, what is it, weigh out your pros and cons. Is it worth losing
Right. Well,
or is it not
I'm
worth
glad you
losing?
used the word composed because I'm not gonna lie to you. I get pissed. You give me an ultimatum, I'm pissed.
I am too. But one thing I have learned is a lot of self control in reference to the past relationships that I've had. Being with an individual that was bipolar, I was in that position on a regular basis. Oh, this is what it is, or we done. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm finished then. I done packed up his shit. I done put his stuff outside. I mean, you know how many times I done packed that nigga stuff?
Okay.
And then he'll come back home and he's like, I'm sorry, I had a trip. Or, you know, and I know medically that he is bipolar. So I understood that it's not an excuse. But then when you get people that do not have a medical excuse to give up on certain situations, there's no there's no reason to give an ultimatum because people need to be responsible for the things that come out of their mouth. When you put it in the atmosphere, somebody gonna try your gangster,
Oh, no
and you
shit.
ended a relationship over nothing.
No shit. All right. Here's another one that just I'ma just say it just gets my makes me want to just scratch my ass. Here's another.
Jeez.
They keep score about things you said a long time ago.
Yes.
They keep bringing up old things you said by mistake, or even if you forgot saying it. Keeping score gets old quick. If we've had that conversation about it, and you said that we're good, don't come back at me 2 months, 4 months, 7 months later with the same shit that we already discussed and said we was cool and it's done. Cause now
That
I'm looking at you like, what the fuck?
that I agree. That's why one of the rules in my relationships are don't bring up old stuff. Once it's over, you got 24 hours to let me know what was wrong, how I rubbed you the wrong way. Let's reiterate this conversation. Let's replay what happened last night because after that 24 hours, it's over. It's a wrap. Don't come back next week. Don't come back next month. Don't come back next semester talking about, hey, babe, remember we had that conversation about such and such and you said this? Oh, no. Now you've given too many opportunities for manifestation into other things.
No shit. And now
That
I'm
is
gonna manifest.
definitely
You
a
ain't got to
red
worry about
flag.
it manifesting. I'm finna manifest.
That is definitely a red flag. And the keeping score thing, I think that women do that more than men, but
Though don't worry, there's some
you know,
petty ass men out there who do it too.
but that's what I was about to say. In this new social media age, I think that the score counting is a little more relevant because people post everything to the internet now. So now you're not just venting to your guy, you get on the internet now
Oh,
and you say, oh, uh, dudes is dogs. You know, you just finished that conversation, just made it up, but then you go on the internet and you say something random that he knows was projected to him or to her. So now I think that the scorekeeping might be even in reference to men and women due to social media. Because you can't forget.
right. And the
If
shit's
you
out there.
posted
Once it's
something
out there, it's out
online,
there. It's out there. Even though
right?
you
Once you
delete it, it's
posted
out there.
something online, you know, it's there. It's going to be imprinted in my head. And
Right.
even if you delete it, it's imprinted even more because that means you knew you were wrong when you posted it.
Oh, how
So
about
there goes the scorecard.
This one. Oh, this one I got to talk about. They get mad when you go hang out with your family or friends and say all you need is me. Hold the hell up.
Yeah, that sounds a little psycho.
Hold the hell up. I was an individual before I met you. I had family and friends before I met you. Now, if I'm asking you to go out with me with my friends or go to a family event and you tell me no and I still go, you got some damn problems within yourself. It ain't with me, it's with you. But then you want to
Well,
argue with me about going out? Oh, hell no.
my question is, if you guys are in a great relationship, why aren't the two of you hanging out with your family and friends?
That's what I'm saying. That's the next topic. I'm finna bring it up. The next topic is so simple. They don't get along with their family.
Oh,
See what I'm saying? Okay.
well, I don't get along with my family because my family is ratchet. So I have a reason, but I do know individuals that have excuses to be around their family, um, that are not dynamic in relation to how they communicate and get along. So I have seen that before. You do have the guy that has a problem with everyone in the family, and they don't understand that they are the common denominator.
Right. Right.
It's like y'all don't get along because you stole from her and you messed up her credit, not because she thinks you're the favorite child. Like, there's more to it.
There's more to it, but they ain't gonna tell you that. They ain't gonna tell you that.
Exactly.
Hey guys, if you're just tuning in, this is Nightlife 24/7. I'm your boy Mac, my best friend in the world, my partner Sweets, and we are talking about red flags before a relationship and during a relationship. Now, Sweets, I know this is one that you can relate to. This is so funny to me. They are rude to other people, especially service people, like waiters and people at the to-go window or the Burger King counter. To me, that tells me the character and the personality of that person. I don't want to be with you because you want to talk down to other people. I can't. That's a problem for me because in some way you find yourself better than other people.
Right. Well, not even
Go
not
ahead.
just better than other people. Now you have no reason for restraint. You have no reason to be a respectable patron. You have no reason to acknowledge the fact that you're disrespecting the person that you're with while you're disrespecting the service personnel.
Right.
I mean, that's a bigger picture there.
Yeah, there's some underlying issues strongly in that context for me. I'm just sorry.
Oh yeah, that's why I can't go nowhere and eat with my mother, cause she's oh my god. I said lemon water with 2 lemons and a half a cup of ice. You're like, oh my god, that's it, and you're beefing about that.
Really, you could take
But
the
it
damn
never
ice out
fails.
yourself.
But my thing is, it never fails. There's always a problem. And then she gets the food, and she's like, well, she just must be stupid. You just be working here for the rest of your life. If she wasn't working, then we wouldn't be eating. I mean, we need everybody everywhere.
Mm. I People, I'm just going to put it out there. I'm not a Denzel Washington. I'm not your damn Brad Pitt. I'll tell everybody, I've never considered myself a good-looking man, but I thank God for the women who find me attractive. I do. I think I have a gift to gab, and maybe that's what it is. I'm intelligent, and I carry myself like a strong alpha male, but I cannot stand, and I'm putting it out there, this one right here, I just can't stand someone who throws temper tantrums over the
Yes.
littlest shit. It's like your mother.
Yes.
I'm sorry. To me, that's emotional stability. And I mean, in a long-term relationship, and it's a lot to do with they have legitimate emotional issues, maybe they should see a psychotherapist.
Well, again, my mother's a narcissist, so nothing is surprising anymore.
This person to me is the kind of person that will be yelling at you in person or by text multiple times a day.
Well, when it comes to the temper tantrums, I think that some people do things for reaction from
Right.
others. Some people because they are emotionally stable, and others it's a communication issue. Just like children and handicapped individuals. When you can't verbalize how you feel, or when you can't quite grasp the correct terminologies for what you're trying to display, sometimes it may come out as temper tantrums. So we do have to be careful when we categorize that as a red flag because some people do have communication issues.
Okay. Okay.
So are we talking about the physical temper tantrums in reference to the door slamming and the cabinet slamming and the feet stomping, or the verbal outbursts. Like there are different types of temper tantrums.
Which is true, and I agree with you. And I think sometimes it's a mixture of both. I think
I
sometimes
would
it's a
agree.
mixture of both. Mostly you get the slamming of stuff and throwing stuff, or they breaking something and throwing your stuff. You
Oh,
know?
it's time for you to get out.
Yeah, oh,
Sorry.
yeah. Because the first time you break some of my shit that you didn't pay for, you out. You gotta go. You gone.
Well, my ex, when he had temper tantrums, he only used to break my stuff.
Right.
Cause I'm like, wait a minute, you just had your laptop on your lap, but you threw my phone. Like, what's popping?
Bitch,
But then
please.
I pop up with some brand new shit, but it was no excuse for your behavior. So I had to
Mhm.
dead that. That was I just TV, laptop, tablet, cell phones,
Yeah.
dishes.
Yeah.
My favorite dishes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to dead that. I had to nip that in the bud.
No, I agree with you.
But
I-
some people do have physical temper tantrums, and they feel like because they're not being aggressive to you, but they're being aggressive to your things, that they get a pass.
That's bullshit. It's still anger management, and you need to seek counseling.
Yep, I agree.
All right, this one right here. I've had women try to do this with me. Does not work. They make rules over you. They make rules about who you can hang out with, where you can go, who you can talk to, what you can wear, how you do your hair, etc. There's a point where it all becomes too much, especially if your partner would never want to comply with the same set of rules that they place on you. Don't let a double standard control your relationship. I have dated women who have done their best. Oh, I don't want you hanging out with them. No, you can't go hang out over there because it's just nothing but hoes over there. Why you want to go hang over there with your friends anyway? They trying to get you. They trying to fix you up with somebody else. Why y'all got to go this time? See, I told you I didn't like them anyhow. They're nothing but trouble.
I
Yeah.
think we're gonna break up because you're insecure. I think you need to stop trying to tell me what to do because I'm an adult. I think you need to keep your comments and your suggestions to yourself because if we're in a relationship, that means we're supposed to respect each other. I mean, for every demand or command that these individuals provide in reference to giving you the rules, that standard needs to be upheld. So I think it goes both ways. Because if the person is giving rules, that's a red flag for them. But if you're taking them, that's also a red flag for your self esteem.
Yeah. Yeah. And I just want to put this out there. Ashley, Glade is not right for you. That's all I'm going to say. You need to take a serious look in the mirror. You are a beautiful woman who can be with any man or woman. You don't need someone dogging you out, slapping you upside the back of your head, and basically wiping her ass. You can't even take a shit unless she comes in there and sits with you. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Moving on to the next one. That's all I'm saying.
5 black power fists for Mac.
Okay. They
And
make.
just to put that out there,
Go ahead.
emotional abuse is not just in heterosexual relationships.
It's not.
It's all forms of relationships. Red flags are not just from a male to woman or woman to male. It's family red flags, sibling red flags, employee employer relationships, heterosexual relationships, lesbian relationships. Red flags are red flags. It doesn't matter what type of relationship it is.
Yeah. My partner hit it on the head. And I hope that y'all people take this seriously. Okay? If you just tuned in, this is Nightlife 24/7 with your boy Mac and Sweets, and we are discussing red flags before you become into a relationship or while you're in your relationship. This one, oh my God, I can't stand this one. They make a negative comment about everything. If they are making a negative comment about everything early into a relationship, those negative comments will eventually shift to you, and they will be dissatisfied with everything you do as well. And that is the God honest truth. Really?
And I think those are the people that are not happy with themselves.
I
because
agree
I
with you.
have
I
seen
agree
that
with you
done.
150%.
I've seen it. An associate of mine, she was head over heels for this guy. And when I finally met him, he probably downplayed her 4 times in one night. I complimented her shoes. He was like, yeah, I told her not to wear those. Those are like hooker shoes.
Damn, he is insecure.
Then um, we were making plans to go somewhere else, and it was a black dress affair. And I made the comment, as a lot of women do. I was like, oh my goodness, finally can get me a black dress. Black dress make me look thin. And we started laughing. And he was like, and she's very petite. He says, babe, you don't need to wear a black dress. You're already thin enough.
Wow.
And just with those two comments, she didn't recognize it. She's like, oh, that's just his opinion. I'm like, no. Every time you get a compliment, he snatches the compliment away and turn it into something negative. I said that's not a good thing. It's not healthy. But
Wow.
some people don't even recognize these things because they think so negative about themselves, just not out loud, that when other people say it,
It's
it
accepted.
continues into the relationship
Right.
and it's acceptable.
That's bullshit.
So that's a self-check
Yeah.
on top of a chin check.
Knock out. Knock the fuck out. Oh, I like this one. They don't show interest in what is important to you. This is such a basic stepping stone. However, so many relationships move forward even when they don't value what is important to each other. This will just lead to problems in the long run. I get it. You're not into all the stuff I'm into. I'm not into all the stuff you're into. I get that. We were individuals before we were a couple. I understand that. But when I express to you something that is meaningful to me, something that I feel that's going to move me to another level, financially, emotionally, physically, whatever, I would expect my partner to be supportive of that. Not saying, you know what, yeah, whatever, go on with your girls and do it, or, that's not my thing, I'll holler at you later. That, to me, bothers the fuck out of me. Because if I'm going to show interest in something of yours that I may not even think is relevant, I expect the same back. I do. I'm just sorry. I do.
Totally understand that.
Oh, this is a good one. I wrote this topic down, and I knew this was going to hit a nerve. They preach that they are independent. It is common thread for people who continuously call themselves independent to be selfish.
I want my independence to be a secret. I don't like being independent. How do people brag about being independent to make themselves look better than other people?
All I'm going to say is my ex-Jamaican girlfriend, you knew you was selfish. Your ass was even selfish in bed. You knew.
Oh.
You knew.
Ooh.
And you didn't even take notice to it until your damn 9-year-old daughter was sitting in the car with us one day and told you, Mom, you just really selfish. You don't care about nobody.
Wow.
The same shit I've been saying to you for a whole year.
Well, they say the truth comes from the mouth of babes. Didn't say from your boyfriend.
Well, maybe I should have paid her daughter some money to say it a lot earlier. God damn it. All right. Oh, this is one. Oh, hell yeah. This one came to mind based on 3 different relationships I was in. They have a history of drinking too much, and they don't think it's a problem. Binge drinking is a red flag for more than just a relationship. It often masks other problems. Have you had to carry her home while he or she is so drunk, yells at you until he or she finally falls asleep, regularly excessively drinks and will not help your relationship, and a past of it is not a good sign. I dated someone. I met this white female. Met her at her job. Hit her up, gave her my number. About 2 or 3 days, waited, didn't hear from her, called back to her job. The guy who she was taking care of because she was a home care nurse, he didn't. He answered the phone and didn't want to give her the phone, but she heard the phone conversation and she ended up calling me. Ended up being the first black guy she ever went out with. Oh my God. She drank like a fucking camel. Everything that was in my house, and I don't drink, I keep alcohol there for my friends who do. She was so drunk one night, she fell into my bathtub 4 times just trying to go to the bathroom.
Wow. I think I'd have just walked her outside with a roll of toilet tissue.
Yeah, then she didn't believe that happened. The situation kept getting worse. Every time she would come to my house, she would either come to my house drunk or she was taking pain meds and drinking. Then I had to start recording stuff to prove to her the things she did. And even though she saw her in the recording, I was a lie. I was a liar. That didn't happen.
Those are just classic signs of alcoholism, alcohol abuse, and deference. Because when they defer the truth and they're in denial, it means they're in a situation that you can't help. They have to be ready to help themselves.
And she wasn't, because I gave her, and like it says, don't give her ultimatum. I gave an ultimatum. You choose me or the alcohol. And I was there to support her. I told her we'll go to classes together. I'll pay for the classes, because I really liked her. When she wasn't drinking, phenomenal woman. Caring, loving, supportive, off the chain. When she got alcohol in her, she was the clumsiest goddamn acrobat I'd ever seen in my life. I'm just saying.
I understand. I mean, I've been in a similar situation. I told the guy, I said, listen, you're drinking a lot. This is what happens when you do consume alcohol. You're a different person, different personality. Let's go ahead and take the red flags now, and let's see what the underlying problem is. Is it emotional? Is it a pain? Is it a void that needs to be filled? Because some people don't drink because they want to. Some people drink because they feel like they need to. But when you care about someone, like you said, you talk to them, you don't criticize them, you assist them. You don't just leave them out there on their own and say, oh, you have a drinking problem, you're out. Because that can be something to really set them off, to the next level of alcoholism.
Right.
You listen, this is something I can handle if we can do this together. I believe in you if you believe in you. These are the steps that we can take to make sure that these incidents don't occur again. And I think that's where people get it wrong with the alcoholism. Just because people do drink a lot doesn't mean that they don't deserve to be loved.
Right.
It just means that they need someone to love them enough to wake them up.
Right.
To
be patient and understanding.
Clearly.
Right.
Right. You can't see clearly if you don't know you have a problem.
That's right.
And I think that's why some people have more advanced alcohol abuse than others, because no one told them. And I used to be the person. I had a drinking problem. Nobody told me, because I was a functioning alcoholic.
Right.
Nobody said anything. I had to figure it out on my own. And then I corrected the issue.
Well, the world is changing so drastically, and now more and more people are meeting over online. You're dating people by meeting them on Instagram and tweeting and Facebook. But I put this topic in there because it stood out to me. They stalk Facebook too much. If they are still stalking their exes on a weekly basis, you have a special one on your hands. You need someone who is more secure with the idea of being with you and is not living in the ashes of their past.
Well, those are Facebook whores. People that try to exemplify their lives through social media.
Right.
Because their real life is boring. So social media gives them those fantasies, those memories, gives them that closeness to other individuals by sharing of ideas. Now, if you're in a relationship and you're doing all of these things, you got to kind of figure out what your real life relationship is lacking if you feel like social media has to be the void,
Right.
has to fill the void.
And in
But
Facebook, I have to cut you off here just for a second. Facebook seems to be the life of every person because you can go to a party, stand in a room, and everybody's on their damn phone on Facebook. You can go to a club, and the people are at the club on their phone. But you're supposed to be there to socialize and mingle. But you're on
right, in real
Facebook.
life.
Right, but you are on Facebook. Hey.
Well, that's like they say, your offline life is not the same as your online life.
Oh,
But
I
they
like
should
that one.
match.
Ooh, I like that.
I mean, your online life is popping. You got 1,500 friends,
Yeah.
and you're socializing with people you don't know. You're complimenting people. This looks like a great event. That's a great pair of shoes. Oh, her hair
Oh,
is
they liking the
everything.
stuff you saying, the picture you
Right.
putting up.
They're liking the things that you're saying, but in real life, they don't communicate. They don't want to go anywhere. They're
Mhm.
insecure. They don't compliment others. They don't see anything outside of, oh my God, I need to check my phone. I just got a notification.
Mm-hmm. Listen, people.
So that definitely has to be a balance.
Yeah, there has
Because
to
I
be a
can't be in a
balance.
relationship with somebody that's on social media all day.
Oh, I've broken up with people because of that. I have. And you
I've
and I'm
ha-
gonna say this, people.
I've
You know
heard
who
of that
you are.
happening.
You know.
I've
You know
heard
who
of
you
that
are.
happening. Thank goodness it wasn't for me. Because most of the time it's more women that's onto social media than
Yes,
men.
it is.
I think that men should have more masculine, more responsible things to do with their life than to be sucked into the social media world. But I might just be making a sexist judgment.
I'm-
That's just how I feel.
I'm gonna end this topic real quick on this note. If you can't turn your damn phone off at night, you got a problem. That's all I'm saying.
I agree.
You got a damn problem if you can't turn your phone off at night. That's all I'm gonna say.
Or,
Mhm.
or if you're with your significant other and you still panic when your phone dies.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, this one, I'm gonna jump fast. I'm gonna jump forward fast because we don't have that much time left, people. We only have about 7 minutes left, so I'm gonna hit two topics at once. Two things: they constantly are deleting text messages, or they got to lock their phones and tablets all the time. They got to be locked. You got a problem there. I'm just saying, you
Wait.
got a problem.
Wait,
You got a
I
problem.
can't agree with that one. The deleting of text messages, yes. Because if they need to be deleted, it should not have been communicated. But the locking of electronic devices, I
Mhm.
think those are learned behaviors because there are so many of us that have been infiltrated on our electronic devices
Okay,
that now it's
you
just a
said it. Yeah,
habit
yeah, it is. You're
of
right.
locking them. It's not about hiding anything. It's just that my phone comes with the option to lock it, so I do.
Right.
My
'Cause-
tablet comes with the option for password or those little dot to dot pattern thing, so I do. It's not because I don't trust
Well,
you.
I can't
It's
say.
just because this is what I was doing before I got with you.
And you're right. Yeah, and it's funny. I did never lock my phone until someone went into my phone, and now
Same here.
mine is fingerprinted, fingerprint lock. So and it's
Same
just by
here.
habit. It's just habit.
I literally just started locking my phone probably 3 years ago. I never had a reason to. I never had anybody to go into my things. Like, I didn't have anything to hide, but the fact that you were going through my phone, looking at my pictures and asking me, confronting me, well, who's this person? And it happened to be a family member,
Right.
you know? I mean, it was just so embarrassing and an argument that should not have happened, but it was all because I can't get mad at you because you're insecure. I have to be mad at myself for not utilizing the security that I was given.
Damn. I like the way you said that. All right,
Because
ladies and
everyone
gentlemen.
has their own rights.
Yeah, it's true. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're down to the last 5 minutes of the show, so I'm going to hit this one real fast because I know there's more red flags. Oh, my God, there's so many red flags that we could be talking about. But we're going to discuss more and more of these red flags on Friday, live on Facebook and live streaming, and you get to comment back and forth to us. But this is probably going to be the last one we talk about. They like the drama of fighting. Every once in a while, you'll come across someone who likes drama because it adds excitement to their life. This is a bit more uncommon with guys. Sometimes it may seem like they push something minor into a fight just because they want to. You don't need this stress in your life. You don't have time for it. Not in today's world, you really don't. So, there are people who will go out of their way to start an argument just because they feel it's necessary to feel loved. Now, don't get me wrong. There were some times in a relationship I started an argument just so we could have makeup sex. I ain't going to simple lie to you. I would start an argument sometimes just so we can have that crazy-ass makeup sex. But that's just me.
I don't believe in makeup sex, but I have started a couple arguments just so I can leave.
Wow. Are you serious?
Yes, I have.
Wow.
I mean, because that's just my nature. I don't like to argue. So if I do argue, it has to be something very passionate to me. But there has been a time in my younger life, my early 20s, I was dating an older gentleman, and I knew that he didn't really approve of the places where I was hanging out.
Right.
So I started an argument so I can leave. You know what? I really don't have time for this. I'm tired. I don't have, no. You know what? I'm about to go hang out with my friends because you're pissing me off. Wow. And then he's pleading for me to stay. Meanwhile, I've already made my plans. I already took my clothes out. I already took my shower and everything. I got my makeup in my car. My homegirl is waiting for me. Okay? So I can admit that I previously, in my earlier days, started an argument just so I can go.
Wow.
I've never started an argument for makeup sex or anything of that nature because I know people do it, like you just stated. And I know that there are men that start arguments all the time just so they can go slide off to their side chick.
Yeah, I did that a couple of times. Hey, guys, don't forget to check us out on Twitter, Instagram now, and Facebook. Also, you can check out our website at www.nightlife, 4, and the word 7.com if you've missed any of our past episodes. We're going to be putting up a forum soon so you can talk about different topics and give us topics that you may want to hear us talk about, okay? Also, please understand, sometimes things happen for a reason in a relationship, and you just have to pay attention. That's all I'm saying. It's not necessarily bad every time someone does something, but sometimes it may be a stepping stone to give you a view into a window of something that's finna come your way that might not be good. I only want to help you in these type of situations, and so does my partner, Sweets. That being said, we wish you the best. And I always say this at every end of every show. We're put on this world to help other people. And if you can't help them, please don't hurt them. All right? We love you. We hope you continue to listen to us. And we are definitely telling you, have fun, be safe, be smart. I'm your boy Mac, and this is Sweets. And we're definitely out for the night. Now, we expect to hear from you guys on Friday when we do the live show. And we want you to comment back with us. And we talk to you later. We're out.
Good night.
We at Nightlife 24/7 appreciate you, our listener, who has an open mind and heart and are able to listen, learn, and discuss those issues that affect you and your partner. By discussing these issues, we hope to keep the lines of communication open to help inform you, our listener, and our community. It's on your mind, so let's talk about it on Nightlife 24/7.